For an update on one of the most successful groups in rock and roll. When the business magazine Forbes recently published its list of the 40 highest paid entertainers in the world, the Grateful Dead ranked number 29. Their annual income for 1989 was estimated at $12.5 million. Up now we have a report on the group's most recent effort, an album entitled Built to Last.
The Grateful Dead. To fans, the band is a way of life. To critics, they represent the worst of rock and roll culture. But regardless of your opinion, after 1,800 concerts and over 370 songs, the Grateful Dead are an American institution. But just what keeps them going?
Nothing in particular, lack of anything better to do, I guess. Something like that. Really, there's nothing else that interests us other than playing music. And we have a particularly good vehicle or instrument for doing it. Insofar as we've worked up our rapport, our library of licks, our musical vocabulary amongst each other, and so we've got a lot to talk about on stage, and we do.
The band started in 1965, and since the days of Woodstock has developed legions of dedicated fans of various ages, affectionately known as Deadheads.
This is my 253rd since 1971. My first show is Cortland, New York, March 17th, 1971. This will be my 253rd.
Grateful Dead is a way of life for me. Like, I've been on tour for 2 years now, and I got a school bus. I've been traveling around for 2 years, and I sell pasta.
She was born at a Grateful Dead show in Wisconsin. She's a little over a year and a half.
According to Weir, a multi-generational audience is just what the band wants.
It's the way I think it should be. I mean, you know, music shouldn't be just exclusively for kids. Then you're not reaching a very broad band of you're not talking to the great breadth of human experience. If you're only reaching 14-year-olds, or if you're only reaching 35-year-olds, or you know, only reaching blacks or Hispanics, or only reaching whites. We have barriers that we have yet to cross with that regard, but we're getting there.
Marijuana.
The specter that has haunted the band for years is that it condones and even encourages drug use among its fans.
I guess there are probably a lot of drugs out there, but as times roll on, what with the war on drugs and just with experience, people are going to
playing for their enthusiastic fans. That is indeed cause for the Dead to be grateful.
It's actually amazing to think that the Grateful Dead has been around for 25 years. The group formed in San Francisco in 1965. Back then they were known as the Warlocks, but by the time the band had made their debut in July of that year, they had changed their name to the one that has become legendary. And on the subject of legends, next up is one from the world of films.